Hello, witches. I am High Priestess Orson Venus. Thank you for joining me live here on this broadcast on breaking this generational curse, mothers who hate their daughters. Now, let me just say that after this broadcast, I will be going live again to talk about another topic that witches need to start doing. Meaning they need to start standing up for themselves. So stick around, stay tuned for that second broadcast here live on Instagram. And now let's get right into this broadcast. Mothers who hate their daughters. This is a generational curse. You may have, or you know someone, or you did know someone who had a mother and she just hated her daughter. She was bitterly jealous of her daughter. She could not stand to look at her daughter. She has called her daughter all kinds of names, all kinds of derogatory comments towards her, beating her down, dismissing her dreams, her goals, her aspirations, just being a bitter woman. Some women are disappointed that they gave birth to a girl because they wanted to raise a king, which is weird. That's weird. That's strange. How can you be disappointed with the child that you gave birth with? How can you be disgusted and hateful towards your own blood? How can you be so bitterly, utterly, weirdly jealous of your daughter? A lot of women hate their daughters because their daughters are what they can no longer be, have no chance in hell of ever being, has no aspiration, no encouragement, no inspiration, no nothing to be what their daughter has attained, has become. So if these mothers see their daughter doing good in life, doing better than them, no longer needing them, living their life to the fullest, they become bitter and jealous, and they call their daughters all kinds of names: bitch, slut, whore, tramp, cunt. They may even kick them out of the house. That's a generational curse, witches. That is a generational curse. Mothers who hate their daughters because it's passed down through the bloodline. So their daughters treat their future daughters the same way. That's a generational curse that needs to be broken, especially in 2024. You have to stop being jealous of your daughter. There is no reason why you can't attain the same success as your daughter, being that you are obviously older than your daughter, so you have more life experience than your daughter. Instead of being bitter and hateful and jealous and beating your daughter down, disrespecting her, treating her like trash, when it's actually you that's the trash, that is the garbage, that is a nobody. So for you girls who have mothers who hate you, let me tell you right now, you are not the problem. It's your mother that is the problem. That's why a lot of these girls, when they become adults, they cut off their mother. They want nothing to do with their mothers. And I applaud that, because you don't want hateful, toxic, bitter, jealous people around you, because they will, in the snap of a finger, stab you in the back and cut your throat. Yes, they will. And these same mothers wonder why their kids, their daughters, don't call them, don't visit them in their old age, don't come to the nursing home. You know why your daughter don't come visit you. You know why. Because you hate your daughter. So why would your daughter want to be around that? Why would your daughter want to be around a mother that is so bitter and jealous and hateful? Because you, the mother, is too lazy, too stupid to go after the life that you want. I'm not degrading mothers, but I am telling you the truth. And my truth can sometimes come off as harsh, but it's the truth nonetheless. And as witches, we must always tell the truth. This is a generational curse that needs to be broken. Stop being bitter and jealous and hateful towards your daughters. Why are you like this? Oh, I'm like this because my mother was like this. Her mother was like this to her mother. And blah, blah, blah. Excuse, excuse, excuse. Yeah, eventually those excuses are going to run dry. Eventually those excuses will mean nothing to your daughter. Eventually those excuses your daughter will not care about. And eventually she will not care about you, will no longer love you, and will completely and totally cut you off so that you die alone. You die without ever reconciling with your daughter because you are bitter, jealous, and hateful. This is a generational curse, witches. Hating your daughter. Mothers who hate their daughters. Your mother hates you because she wishes she was you. Your mother hates you because she wishes she was you. But she is so bitter and jealous that she does not even realize she still has time left in life to be where she wants to be. But instead, she puts all of that energy in calling you names. You don't have to tell me the names that your mother who hates you call you. I know the names your mother called you. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. I know. I've heard it all before. I've heard it all before. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault that your mother hates you. It's her fault. Put the blame where it belongs, witches. This is a generational curse. Put the blame on the mother. The mother is 100% to blame. How can you be blamed for having a life, a successful life, a happy life of your own? How is that your fault? How is it your fault that your mother grew up to be a nobody, to be a loser, to be just a regular person on the street? That's not your fault. That's not your fault. That is 100% her fault. You are not to blame. And you can't even have this conversation with your mother. You can't even talk to your mother and ask her why she is so bitter and hateful towards you without being a victim, without playing a victim, without saying, well, you do this, you do that. You don't listen. That's a grown woman too. Why does a grown woman have to listen to another grown woman? No, you're just bitter. You need to call her out on it too. When your mother starts blaming you for why she is bitter and hateful towards you, call her out on it. Call her out on it. She's the reason why she's bitter, hateful, and jealous of you. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. She is caught up in this generational curse. Mothers who hate their daughters. The fault is always with the mother, never with the daughter. Never. Never. How can it be your fault? You were just born. You didn't ask to be born. You didn't ask her to be your mother. You just happened. You just landed on this planet. And like I said, these same mothers wonder why their daughters no longer talk to them. Oh, my daughter, she don't visit me, she doesn't call me, she doesn't interact with me, she doesn't ask how I'm doing, she doesn't want anything to do with me. You know why your daughter does not want anything to do with you. Stop being the victim and grow up. Grow up. Stop being a baby. Stop being a baby. Stop being a loser. Because you are those two things, a baby and a loser. You know why your daughter no longer communicates with you. You know why. It's your fault. Deal with it or not. Either way, your daughter is still going to be successful. Anyway, your daughter is still going to be that it girl. All that in a bag of chips. You won't. Because you won't go the extra mile to do something with your life. But you sit at home being a bitter old woman. That's what you are. That's exactly what you are. A bitter old hag. That's exactly what you are. Call it what it is. You are a bitter old hag. Just a bitter old woman. And a lot of mothers who act like that, they know they're dying anyway. I mean, physically dying. So they want to get in that last insult before they die. Did you know that? Did you know that when people become bitter and angry and hateful and jealous, it's because they know that they are dying? I'm talking about physically dying, so they want to get in one more insult. Just to stick it to you. Just to hurt you one more time before they die. That's how bitter and hateful they are and jealous of you. So keep that in mind. A lot of people who are bitter and jealous and hate you, they're just like that most of the time because they're dying anyway. They don't have long on this earth before they expire, like bad ground beef or milk that has been left out too long. Break this generational curse. If you have a mother or had a mother and she's dead now, who hated you, who was jealous of you, who was bitter of you, let me say as a high priestess of Hecate, the queen of witches, it wasn't your fault. If you currently have a mother like that, it's not your fault. It's their fault. I'm not playing the blame game when it really is the mother to blame. It's her fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You just exist. You just exist. And they hate you for it. So when mothers see their daughters being successful, they get jealous because they think to themselves, who are you to be successful? Who are you to be happy? Who are you to be happily married? Who are you to be going on vacation? Who are you to have your own home, your own car, your own life? Why are you not bitter and hateful and jealous like me? You should be hateful and jealous and bitter like me. That's what your mother thinks. Why aren't you like me? Why are you not miserable and hateful like me? It's them. It's them. It's not you. If your mother hates you, they are in a generational curse that they are not even interested in breaking. They're not even interested. They don't know how. They don't want to know how. They just want to be a bitter, old, hateful, jealous, bitter hag. They're a hag. But that won't be you, though. You will continue to be successful in life, happy in life, prosperous in life, have abundance, have health, have wealth, be happy in love, peaceful in love, in a loving, healthy, safety environment, a healthy, loving, safely community, without your mother hanging over you like a dark cloud. That would be your reality. Her reality is gone. It's gone. So I wanted to come on here and tell witches, because he put it in my spirit to broadcast here live and to post on my other social media platforms on breaking this generational curse for people who have mothers who hate their daughters. And I break that generational curse off of you. That won't be you. You will not hate your daughter. You will not raise your daughter as your mother raised you. This generational curse breaks off you today, January 24th in the year 2024, the day before a full moon. So thank you, witches, for joining me for this live pop-up broadcast. I know this broadcast is going to help many, many witches. So be sure to share this broadcast on your stories or other social media platforms. Tell a witch or 2 or 3 that there is a high priestess here in New York who is anointed and appointed by Hecate, the queen of witches, to be a voice for witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive Hecate's best. And stay tuned, because I will be broadcasting again in a couple of minutes about another topic that witches need to fully understand and fully do at this moment in time. Thank you, witches, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone.